Welcome, welcome. How are you guys tonight? Or whenever you guys are watching this, how are you guys today? Let's see. I think we're pretty much just gonna jump in for today. So, first, welcome to Embodied Spirituality. My name is Ashante Marie. I will be doing the Chakra Checkup for Cancer Part 1. So, I'm excited. The energy is quiet. I feel very soft spoken. So I don't know if that's just like the energy that I'm picking up on for Cancer season for this first week or so. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling. And let's see, what else? Did I say my name? I'm Shantae Marie. I did. I think I did say my name. Okay. Um, I've been having a hard time with that over these last couple of weeks. I wait until like 10 minutes in, so winning. Okay. Some announcements. I just wanted to say happy Juneteenth. It was Juneteenth 2 days ago. It just became a federal holiday. What? So exciting. So exciting. So I hope that you guys spent time with your families, especially if you are Black or brown, and identify as Black, and brown, or American and brown. Y'all know what I mean. But even still, even if you're not, I hope that you guys enjoyed your family, because that's really what it's about. It's about community. It's about family. It's about sticking together, you know. Um, and it's about now stepping into your gifts and stepping into your best life and stepping into more possibilities, more opportunities, which is also something that I've been feeling for this Cancer season. I feel like it's bringing good things. It's just going to be feeling some type of way. I know too, I will say that I was like, I don't know if it was just me or if it was the energy, but I for sure had the tears going yesterday. And it was just like off of this movie that like really resonated with kind of what I had been feeling in a way. I don't know. It just gave me an opportunity to express some things that I had been feeling that I probably wasn't honoring it with the amount of care that I actually have towards it, trying to be like that strong person of like, I'm good, like this is sad, this hurts my feelings, but I'm good, I'm good. But watching the movie was like, okay, you good, but it's okay to feel um, a loss, like some things don't work out for the greater good, right? Let's just say that. Some things don't work out for the greater good. But even still in the process of like seeking whatever that was at first or wanting whatever that was at first and then not being able to have it or experience that, it still feels like a loss, even if it's for the greater good, right? And there's nothing wrong with expressing or having that emotion. Um, and that's already something that I believed in, but I guess I was still trying to be that like strong soldier until I saw that movie, and I was just like, my face keeps leaking. My face keeps leaking, which takes me also to my second announcements. I wanted to say a happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, whether you're a puppy father or if you are a father of children, one or many. Um, Thank you for your service. Thank you for you contributing to your kid's life, and hopefully you're doing it in the best and healthy ways. And hopefully, if it's not, that you continue to do the self-healing work so that you can continue to show up as the best father that you can be in this lifetime. Let's see. And also, for all the fathers who didn't become fathers for whatever reason. Okay. Happy Father's Day. Also, happy solstice. Solstice was yesterday too, which is a special time of the year. Always, right? Um, it's also the start of summer, so that's really exciting. This summer energy is cool. California, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, most of it will be good. What else? I say summer day solstice. Duh. So I keep promising you guys a video around me marrying myself, so that I can kind of dispel some of the myths that somebody can create about what it sounds like when I say that I married myself. And also just explain, just explain. But today is my 3-year anniversary, so I'm really excited. That's also why I'm coming to you guys today. I got my locks retightened, which is really exciting for the 3rd time on my 3-year anniversary. That's Zyla saying, yeah, amen. We did it. I spent some time outside today, safe and away from too many people, which was great considering this was probably the busiest weekend where people were super ootin' the boot. I was like, it's not for me. But I'm excited that I got out today and it was just chill and nice and quiet. Right? Because this is really, it's not your turn. It's not your turn right now. Okay, but you're gonna have to sit, bro. You literally can't be doing that much. All right. Yeah, so I'm really excited that this is my 3-year anniversary. Also, I want to do a big shout out to all of my tribe out there that I did the Vision Quest with 3 years ago. We're all in the wilderness fasting at this time, doing probably some ritual or ceremony to help increase our vision and to let go of any trauma that we were ready to process. And yeah, we had one more day to go. So I just wanted to give a shout out to those who have done, who I did this journey with. That was a special, unique, divine group of people, you know. And we all carry each other's stories. So I'm just I'm in love. I just love. I'm just in love, you know. So shout outs. Anyways, let's see. Before I even talk about the week's insights, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pray. Oh, let me just say before that too, why I chose the chakras that I chose. So we're in Cancer season, right? Which in the tarot deck, it is the Chariot card, which is about travel and journey. The message for this week, especially, is take charge and reach for the stars, taking action, going after your goals, putting your first, best foot and feet, putting your best foot forward, but putting your best feet forward, more than just one. Okay. But yes, so that card is connected to the throat chakra, so we'll be reading for the throat chakra located here. We will also be reading for the solar plexus, which deals with the taking action and determination and willpower, all of that. And then we'll be doing what I'm calling the spectrum card, which is going to be a root crown spectrum. Because through this whole traveling, I'm going from one place to another, and really just experiencing the world in a different place, I thought it would be good to get kind of a minor Kundalini reading, snapshot. There you go. Kundalini snapshot. So yeah, and I need to practice not saying but this is me in my raw form right now. I'll get better with time. Get better and better with time. Finer, like wine. Okay, the prayer. Yeah, I said that prayer. I'll talk about some other stuff and we'll go. So, ancestors, guides, and angels for the good and good of all involved, higher self and source, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me here. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for leading me on this path. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I pray that this reading resonates with the people who come across this reading, watch any part of this reading, or hears any reflections that correlate and relate to this reading. I hope that all of my words come out as clear as possible, that I am speaking not for myself, but more and only for spirit, divine spirit. I pray that I do my best. And I pray that whatever resonates, whatever doesn't, that you let go, and that this serves the highest good and the good of all involved. I ask this in the divine's name, root to root, heart to heart, crown to crown, I give thanks. Ashe, amen, aho. Okay. Alrighty then. Some downloads, some insights, whatever you want to call them, right? To each their own. One thing, energy that was coming up was major graduation energy. Also, too, shout out to anybody who is going through a graduation, whether it is a minor graduation from just one grade to another, or a major graduation, like from one phase of schooling to another, or life, you know. But I just wanted to give a shout out to all of the graduates. Now, one thing that I was picking up on this week was like having your own personal graduation. So maybe you're an adult, maybe you're not in school, maybe you're not taking any classes or anything like that, and you don't feel like you have graduated or that you're going through a graduation process. But I encourage you to re-examine your life and see where in your life you feel like you're going through a personal graduation. Maybe you learned something new about relationships. Maybe you learned something new about money. Maybe you learned something new about enterprising, or maybe you learned something new about how to communicate with people. Maybe you learned something new about your impact in the world or your purpose in the world. And, with every graduation comes with tears. Like if you go to any high school graduation, kindergarten graduation, graduate school graduation, there are so many tears. There's tears from the graduate. There's tears from the community of the people who supported the graduate throughout school. There's tears even sometimes from the teachers that teach the classes, right? There's a lot of emotions going on. So if you're going through your own personal graduation, understand that may be coming with tears too. Okay? I think this is more of, even if it is a personal graduation, this is a major graduation. So you are taking a huge step. It's not something that's just like, oh, I learned this one little thing. It's something major in your life. So pay attention to that. if it has to do with relationships, and this may not be a message for you guys, but only for a select few. I don't think this is for everybody, just a select few. Um, but that he's coming in better, or the person that is coming back into your life is coming in better. Um, yes, graduation represents transitions. It has its grief that comes with it, the newness, the new world, the travel. That's very much the chariot card. That's very much like I'm in a transition from one place to another. Um, One thing that I was going to talk about also too, one thing to reflect upon is understanding how you deal with graduation season. Now, I'm somebody who enjoys school. Let's just cut to the chase. I'm somebody who enjoys school. I like learning, um, or achieving things, I guess. I'm a Capricorn. um, so I've graduated a lot, you know. I still have a couple more that I'm probably going to do, but when it comes to actual schooling, but I have many. So, but I also know that because I've had many, I've also had the opportunity to see who I become. Like, I have the opportunity, how can I say this, to see how I act during those times. Like when I'm in this space of graduating, I'm just in this like whirlwind of confusion. Like I literally think I'm seeing like the world in a different color. Like it's in technicolor, like not even, or it's just like hazy. Like it just feels like hazy. Like the confusion card that we've been pulling these last couple of weeks. It feels just like, where am I? What is this new world? What is this new world that I'm in? How do I navigate this space? Like, I feel like I'm in outer space or some other planet. Um, and I know when I'm there, sometimes I have, you know, I don't show up as my best me all the time. I try to, but then there's usually a point in there where I get a little something somewhere else, a little crazy. And it takes some time after my graduation to have settled for me to be able to identify that. I may be able to identify it like soon after, but in terms of really like understanding it, it takes like me some time to get away from the graduation because it's all this like energy built up about like the expectations, right? It's all of the expectations. That's really the haziness. The expectations I have for myself, in this transition, the expectations the world has for me in this transition, the expectations my teachers have, the expectations my community have. Because while everybody's out here crying, right, there's also this added pressure of like, okay, you have something else to contribute to the community. And maybe that's why Bahati Life be calling the victory card, the Six of Wands, the PTSD card, because it's really kind of that too. You know, it's like you're stuck. Like, even though you are something else and have graduated into something else and you're in a different place, you're still stuck. Like, there's a piece of you that's still trying to navigate this whole shenanigan, you know? Um, so if you feel a little off balance, that may be because of that. That's probably why we're doing this Kundalini checkup, Kundalini, whatever I called it, because that is about enlightenment. That is about, you know, getting to see the world in a different way than what it's been seen before. Let's see. Anything else? You see the Xylus back here. Yeah. Somebody may be getting pregnant. Somebody may be considering a vaginal birth. I don't know what that's about. Um, yeah, and saying going through the birth canal. Also wanted to highlight that like going through the birth canal is like the great I don't know how I want to say that, so I may have to say that for later. It's like the great forgetting. It's a little bit of that PTSD energy too. Yeah. That's another story for another day. I do really like talking about uh, perinatal work, graph. If you haven't, you can look it up a little bit. But we'll talk about that another time. I'm kind of fascinated by that. Let's see. Okay, so we had this to each their own and owning your own gifts, right? Everybody has their own ways of moving in the world, communicating um, with their higher selves, their divine, right? Their creator, right? Um, and everybody has different ways of working, different ways of communicating just with other humans, communicating with themselves, all those things. 21 minutes, y'all, wild. Okay. Time be something else, huh? Um, so yeah, so everybody has their own thing, and it's okay to be that. And this is really that time of being like, when you do go and explore a new world, you have the opportunity to be whoever you want to be. Whoever you want to be. You don't have to be like, say that you in one at one school, like switching schools. At one school, you always see that in movies. At one school, I was the kid that used to be picked on when I was at this school, you know. But then when I go to this other school, none of these people know me. So I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna be wearing my finest fits, or I'm just gonna act really tough or move a certain way so that people have a different perspective of who I am, right? So this has to do with that. Owning whatever your choice is, you know? Owning that, sticking with that, becoming whoever you want to become, if that's what you want to do, if that's who you want to be, and owning that. And also, too, in that space, owning the gifts that you have. You're obviously moving in a certain direction for a reason, right? Even if it's just a season. Okay, let's see. What else? There was something about bride and unbridled. Can we look that up real quick? Unbridled, like untethered, is that what that means? Is that what that means? Unbridled. Uncontrolled, unconstrained. Yeah, untethered. Same thing. Unbridled. So there's some maybe you're untethered. Maybe because you have been able to do this travel, whatever it is, this journey, whatever it is, this transition, this graduation, whatever it is. Now you're released. Freedom. Juneteenth. Come on. Now you're released and you can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. You can manifest whatever you want to create. You have that opportunity now. Yes, come on. Come on. Come on. The cross may be a big symbol for you this week. Mm-hmm. And then I think is that the last thing before I start pulling these cards? I think the last thing before I start pulling the cards is you don't have to embarrass somebody. While we're doing this communication thing, right? And focusing on communication in our throat chakra, you don't have to embarrass somebody to get your point across, right? You don't have to embarrass because embarrass has ass in it. So you don't have to be an asshole. Okay. Right? Or baby asshole, right? Embarrass, embryo, baby, ass. You don't have to be an asshole to get your point across. You don't have to be an asshole to get your point across. That's all I have to say. You know, there was a conversation going on, you know, with family of different generations, and I decided to step in. And instead of doing, you know, what we commonly see, which is maybe chastise like somebody, or not in a finger wag, or like I'm about to get you sort of way, like you coming at me, I'm about to get you back. Nah, it's more just like, hey yo, you know better, right? Like, question one, question two, and you know better, right? I don't have to over explain myself. Thank you. That's all. That's all. She gets the point. She, or whoever you're speaking to, they get the point. You don't have to like make it this whole combative energy. It's easy to do. I know. Okay. Okay. It's easy to do, but you have an opportunity to practice communicating better and to express with love. Be honest, but express with love. All right, next, let's go ahead. We can finally get to it. We can get to it. Just bring my phone a little bit closer in case we need to use this again. All right. This week I am using, I keep doing that with these cards and this blanket, Jesus. Keeps catching all of the fuzzies. I'm using the Afro Goddess Tarot deck, right? And again, I'm reading for the throat chakra, the solar plexus, which is in the belly, right? Determination, and your spectrum. Are we doing root crown, root crown, root crown? Right. Okay. So, for my throat chakra for Cancer season part 1, thank you. And then my solar solar plexus for Cancer season part 1 also, and then the spectrum card for Cancer season part 1, please. I cannot take all of those, but I'll take that one. Oh, I may have to take all of these. Oh, okay. All right, Spirit, I hear you. All right. And then for we're doing the surface, what do we have for the surface? On the surface. Yeah. And then the subconscious. Thank you. And then overall. Anything else? Overall. Okay. Thank you. And all right. Excuse me. What did I say for 4, 5, and 6? So for the surface, chakra card for the surface, theme for the surface. Wow. Okay. And then for the subconscious, for the subconscious. Okay. And overall. Spirit don't be playing, y'all. It's funny. Mike. And then one last angel message for the overall. Okay. I like this, guys. I like this. Okay. Let me just organize this a little bit more and then we'll jump in. Bum, bum, bum. I do have my candle lit, by the way, and I also burned my sage and Palo Santo before, and I gave myself a little poured a water bath before. So, okay. Throat chakra. Okay, right out the bat, we have the 5 of Swords. Okay. Which is past friendly competition. It's definitely combat. It's definitely needing to get your point across and speak your truth. It's really about speaking your truth, and it may hurt. You should do it still with compassion, because you do still, like, these are your sisters, these are your brothers, your friends, right? You don't want to kill them, right? You don't want to, like, ruin all the relationships you have. Sorry about that lighting. You don't want to ruin the relationship that you have, but you definitely want to make sure that you get your point across so that you're doing what's right for your spirit, but doing it with love and compassion. And it may sound a little harsh, like I said, not everybody is going to like it. But maybe it's a lesson that they needed to learn and something that they needed to hear. It definitely has another energy of, like, bearing your truth. You see that I've never really noticed this until now, but she has nothing on, right? Or at least from what's depicted. Bearing your truth. And speaking, okay, so if this is for a woman, if speaking from that womb, speaking from your womb, right? From that good old bottom chakra, that earth star chakra, but also like that root chakra and that sacral, like, right? Those 3, that, like, trinity down there, speaking from that. And that may take you going inward to figure out what that is for you. Maybe you need to practice by yourself first. Um, maybe you need to practice it in the mirror. But it's definitely all about going inward so that you know exactly what to say. Also, too, at times knowing when to be silent. So yes, you need to say what you need to say, but also too, comes a point where saying too much, like I said, you don't have to beat somebody over the head. Sometimes you may feel that with certain people, but if this is somebody that you actually like know how to communicate with, um, that's willing to communicate with, like you, and that you actually took the time to develop a certain sort of shorthand with them, you don't have to beat them over the head with truth. You just need to say what you mean, be honest with it, right? Um, and do it with compassion. My normal suggestion for the chocolate would be to write it down. I actually think that this is more of a practice that you need to do first, like really sit with yourself and meditate to figure out what you need to say, to figure out what needs to come out, or the best ways to come out, or the best way to communicate with people, and the best way to also cater your message to the person that you're speaking to. Like, remember what level you're speaking to them on, right? I can't speak to my students that are 5 the same way I speak to my student that's 55. Uh, there are some things that I may say similar, but there's ways that I will describe other things or use simpler words for the younger kid, and I can use more adult like analogies when it's with somebody that's older. So knowing who catering to who you're speaking to and practicing that. So if there's somebody that you need to have this conversation with or multiple conversations with other different people, practice. You can practice in the mirror, pretending that you're looking them in the eye. You could practice just in the camera, right, on your phone. That helps a lot. You can practice just like pacing outside, right? Which is something the hermit would do too. Pacing outside, just so that you can get clear on what you need to say and practice saying it in a different way than you probably would have said it had somebody had you needed to say these same words 5 years ago. Okay. Next, solar. What's going on with here? Will determination, money. All right. We got the Eight of Wands, which means you have a lot of incoming information, a lot of good news, a lot of good fortune. You have opportunities on the horizon. You have business dealings. You have exciting news. You have new information. You have enlightenment that you didn't have before, so you know how to move different and more swiftly. It's coming in swift and fast and quick. You may get some unexpected phone calls this week. And it looks like you have a lot of determination. It looks like you're really focused on what you need to do. With all this incoming information and opportunities, it is going to require you to take quicker action. So be ready for that. Get trained up. Something that I always believe in is that if you are in the process of getting a promotion or wanting a promotion, I say to also focus on increasing your health, because the more that you want to give to something, or the more even that you want to like manifest your pocketbooks, make sure that your health is your wealth. Okay, so start there first. You see right here, she looks fit. And if you don't know, the Olympics is starting soon, right? The Olympic trials is going on, so you're in training. These are your trials, so that you trying to get this Olympic gold or not? Like, continue to put in the work. But it looks like you're doing great. And even being able to like relish in that success, you have the Nine of Cups, which is which is a happiness card. Um, I heard successfully single, because nine is a very independent card, which is also the Hermit. The Hermit is a nine card. Now, you may or may not be single, but you feel strong in your space, in your temple as yourself. The solar plexus deals with creativity. And I want to say an identity of self, but for whatever reason, I feel like maybe I'm a little wrong. No, I'm right. I definitely still feel like there's a lot of changes going on. I'm really feeling this ombre effect, so that there's like a change from one thing to another, which is enlightenment, it is growth, it's opportunities. I feel like your solar plexus chakra is really good. It's really in a good space. Yeah, as much work, as much quickness as what's going on, and as quickly as you're also going to have to relax, I also do feel like there's a balance of needing to take time out for yourself and making sure that you're doing, like I said, the self work, the self work, to make sure that you can keep up with this stamina, with this requirement of what you're going to have to show up as and be, you know. But you also have to take the time to care for yourself. If you look closely to this card, hopefully you guys can see it. She has like, first of all, her hair is like super nicely coiffed, freshly done. You know, she got her earrings on. She got her necklace on. Oh, I'm feeling this energy right now. She got her lipstick on. She cute. She like, I got my fit on. I'm a goddess, yo. I'm a goddess. Make sure you're taking care of your goddess self, or your godlike self, you know, if you're male and identify as male. But make sure you're doing the work to take care of you so that you can keep up with this okay, this new energy, right? You can't be going to that school. You can't be going to that school being like, I'm about to be this top notch person, or I'm about to come in as the flyest with the best outfits, and then like day four, you coming in with some bunk outfit. You gotta keep it up. You gotta keep it up. Till it becomes habit. And then it won't even feel like that big of a deal anyways. It's just second nature. Okay. So your solar plexus for me looks good. Any suggestions from spirit outside of taking care of yourself? You heard me right? That's all? Yes, Zaza. Okay. You can sit right here, but you can't be over there. You can't be right there. Okay. So for your spectrum card, which I said is the base chakra, the root chakra, and the crown, I first got the God of Cups, which is very Cancer. I believe this is actually Pisces, but it is all the water signs. um, which makes me feel like I said grounded, and then I said in my head, how is that even possible? Which makes me feel that you're grounded in this belly of change and emotions, right? Which he is, right? On the stone, in the water. Very stable in how you feel and how you relate to people. You have a Triton energy. It's very much like a similar to a Holy Trinity energy, and connects to that like masculine and feminine and the Trinity with Divine Spirit. Um, Sorry, my nose is itchy. And then on the other end, excuse me. Sorry, there's so many things going on right now. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the Eight of Cups, which means journey, going from one place to another, traveling, right? All that same energy. Leaving behind the Eight to pursue the Nine. Because you know that there's something more out there. You know that there's more to learn. You know that there's more for you on this journey, right? Life isn't over. And you know that you deserve more. You know that you expect more. And that you know that God wants to give you more. How you show up for God, God will show up for you tenfold. We also have the Ace of Wands, which means new enterprises, new business, taking action, right? We got the Queen, or the Goddess, sorry, the Goddess of Cups, the match. So definitely, to me, getting this card really confirms the fact that you are going through, do not, Sila, that you're going through a spiritual awakening of some sort, or a spiritual graduation, however you want to call it or depict it or frame it. But it definitely tells me that that is something that's happening. And maybe that's just a season for it. All this sun energy is around. You see the sun in this picture. And then there was the big sun in this picture for your solar plexus, which is where the sun is, the belly, the fire, right? And then we got the 10 of Swords, which speaks about endings, right? When you are going through a spiritual awakening, it is also an ending of what you previously knew to be true. So what you previously thought was it's just like traveling. Before, when if you've never left the country before, and you know always wanted to leave or had a certain idea of what life is like when you travel to certain places and then you actually go for your first international trip, it's just like a huge, the world shifts Like, you will never see the world the same again because of what you have now seen. The world is so different, right? Everything changes when that happens. So that's also what you're going through now. It's uncomfortable at times. It doesn't feel great at times, right? Um, it can be under good circumstances, but it also really just like ends, kills, puts to rest, an old part of you, an old tethered part of you. Come on, spirit. There's something about this hair that really makes me think of like ink blotches. It makes me think of like an ink blotch, you know? And this is where I feel like you're really going to need to do some journaling around, like, do some journaling. I would say even maybe write in big marker or in just a marker, just to change things up. Sometimes when you write with different utensils than what you're normally used to writing with, um, a different side of you can show up. Not like a bad side, but like when you do work with markers or crayons, a more creative side comes out, or a more childlike side comes out. Um, or a different boldness. Like if you are working with a big black pen, another set of boldness comes in, or what you're able to create with that looks different. Like I'm more inclined, you know, to draw or to doodle if I had like a chiseled pen, right? Or even like a thicker marker. It makes me want to like doodle more, right? It makes me want to write in block letters, right? My What would have looked like a little tiny period dot if I did it with a pen looks now like a circle. It looks like something that carries more. So definitely writing with a different utensil. I would say you can paint, but definitely marker writing. And then the last card for this spectrum is the Sun card, which is the happiest card, the best, the most positive card in the tarot deck, which really just speaks to like happiness. It just speaks to, sensuality, childlike nature. It speaks to just like joy, and jovialness, happiness. And the Sun, it speaks to abundance, that Oshun energy, overflowing with abundance, that honey, that nectar, right? That sweetness, like the Sun card is that sweetness of life, that thing where it's just like, how could life be so sweet? How could it taste this good? That is the Sun card. So I'm loving this card as your spectrum card, as the finish of your spectrum card. Loving it. Also, too, just to note, I already spoke to the Suns in the other card, but I did like some pre-shuffling with the cards, and I prayed over this deck, but I don't think I'm really going to use it today. But I did want to show you what came out at the bottom of the deck, which was the Soul card, which is the Sun card. Soul meaning sun, SOL, right? Like Soleil, which, yeah. And this is the solstice. Like we have this burning fire energy. Use that. Use it. Use it. You better go. You better go and run with the flow. Okay. I'm really excited. Okay. Quickly. Uh, yes. Surface. Okay. I didn't get to see this. So Um, yeah. So I wanted to read the description from this book for it, but the Daughter of Wands, so this is the surface. The Daughter of Wands can indicate you are now on the verge of a new phase in life. You may be bubbling over with creativity, and this card encourages you to express it. What have we been saying this whole thing? This whole reading from the very beginning. This is a time to be positive and listen to your inner self about the direction in which you would like to go. What did I say? Owning your gifts. Also, this card can point to some new and exciting news. New and exciting news that may be on its way to you. Be confident and grateful for these sudden positive changes. These new beginnings and gifts are from the universe. Gifts from the universe. The chakra card that I got to go with it was rejection. I think this is something that you probably previously dealt with, and that you may have a little nervousness about dealing with. As you step more into this path, into this journey that you're going into. But I also feel as if this is also about you navigating the rejection of yourself to yourself. One of the other things that I wrote down around what I was feeling was belief work around your business and your finances. So as these new opportunities, these new beginnings, this good news that's coming in, make sure you're also doing the inner work to make sure that you keep this abundance in your life. You know, sometimes we are stuck in the places that we're stuck in because we're stuck in a certain belief model in our life. And if we're doing the work to create more abundance and bring in more abundance, but we're not doing the work to internally increase the space in our bank account, you know, we won't have the capacity to to store and keep and harness the abundance in the right way, or in the way that we want to, because we haven't done the inner work. So this is about doing some belief work around not only your money and your finances, but being a successful business owner, or being a successful CEO to a company, or being a successful, I don't know, dog walker, whatever it is, being successful at what you do. And it could be being a dog walker. You know, there are some people who are out here plenty happy with whatever job that they have, you know, and they decide to put their heart into it and to be the best person that they can be while doing that job. And that is all that matters. Even if you're just a mailman, even if you're just a janitor, even if you're just the person at Safeway that makes sandwiches, you have an effect on people. You are either increasing the wealth of somebody else's life, or, you know, experiences throughout their life path, or you're decreasing it. Which one would you rather? I love coming across other people who I'm trying to increase them and they're trying to increase me. You know, not to just blow smoke up my butt, you know, but because queen recognizes queen, royalty recognizes royalty, king recognizes king. You show respect to those who you see on that same level. Right? There may be slightly different hierarchies in the realm of the royalty, granted. But queen recognizes queen. So recognize yours. Surface. Okay. Now, subconscious, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? That sounds about right. Subconscious. You just trying to navigate this newness. You're just trying to navigate this newness. We have the two of swords, which is all about we're still slightly in Mercury retrograde. It's about to go direct real soon. Thank you, thank you. It's about time. Ain't this season long? Okay, but it's about being at a stalemate, making a decision. Again, another thing about going inward. Where's the card? Like the Hermit card. Another card about going inward and trying to get internally to where you need to get to in order to make the decisions that you're going to have to make. You need to weigh both options, or weighing all the options. Picking up, using your other senses, using like your intuition, using your gut too. Oh my God, it's all of that. I'm feeling it in my head. Using your third eye, letting it come in, using your crown. It just all of a sudden started to hurt. It did. It wasn't even hurting. There's definitely this energy around needing to protect your third eye. Definitely go inward. But definitely connecting with the evil eye symbol, maybe carrying it, maybe drawing it, maybe wearing whatever that you have that has it, or something, or putting it as a screensaver for a week, or posting it, or a Hamza hand or something. You see, I have mine right behind me, but meaning to be aware or mindful of psychic attacks. Okay. I don't know what this is about. Ooh, it really started to hurt. Um, okay. You also got the moon card, which is all about illusions and not necessarily seeing it, seeing everything for what it really is. You know, things look differently in the dark than they do in the light. And it may be harder to navigate. And it goes back into using your other senses. They are using the same colors. It still has to do with your throat and your third eye. That's what this blue color is. Needing to go using your other senses. Using your other senses to see clearly. That's also was something that I really respected from living in the wilderness for those 3 days. You know, I did have a lamp, but it's like you get, and it wasn't just 3 days. So living in the wilderness solo for 3 days, but we're in the wilderness for 10 or 9 days. Um, and when you spend so much time in the woods like that, as any person in nature would know, you start to get more acquainted with nature sounds. You start to heighten your senses. You can start to hear things from further away. You can start to see things in the dark. more than what you were able to before, because your eyes start to get adjusted to seeing in the dark and navigating in the dark. So it's definitely about going, your subconscious is really working on doing the work, working on adapting. That's what it is. Adapting to your new circumstances. One other thing that keeps like tugging at me to talk about is like going to my experience going to Burning Man. So I went to Burning Man probably, was that 4 years ago? Yeah, I think it was 4 years ago. Um, and I've like had some reference of like going to Burning Man, but I really didn't do. I hadn't done something like that. I hadn't done anything like that. Like I've been to the woods as a kid and stuff like that, and field trips and stuff, but like I didn't really do like music festivals or anything. So going to a desert for a week where you can create your own city, you know, um, it was different shit, and you could read all the stuff that you could read, like little tenets or, you know, whatever they call them. But like the Paya rules or the Paya like promises, I would say, that you would like to keep, like leaving no trace, self-reliance. Um, I I did all of that, read all the things, and I was like, okay, got there the first day. Yeah, got there, and I was like, hey, this is new, this is cool, this is whatever, like cool, fine, cool, what, good. Girl, the next day, I my friend was like, oh, we're gonna go maybe do like some artwork at this one camp, which wasn't too far away. It was literally like 2-3 blocks. It really wasn't. We took the long way. Like we could have took the short way, and it wasn't that far. But we took the short way, or the long way. Sorry, um, and which made it seem like it was like 2 or 3 blocks. Um, and like and it only took 2 minutes to get there, but we loaded our water on our back, in our backpack, our little, water spout thing. Um, got anything else that I thought that I was going to need for the activities of what we're going to do that day. And I was like, yeah. Oh, it wasn't a helmet. I was like, why do I feel like I had a helmet on? The reason why I felt like I had a helmet on is because I had my goggles on and I had a mask, right? And this was like obviously pre-COVID. Um, and I like freaked out. Like within those 2 or 3 minutes that it took us to get to that place, like riding to that place, I like was having a full on panic attack because first of all of this shit on me. I was like, I can't breathe. I can't see. Everything looks like sand. There's sand everywhere. 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 Wait. There's sand everywhere. 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 Girl, I had a panic. Girl, I had a panic attack. I was like, and so we ended up going to the place. The coloring thing was like over. They had already like kind of started to clean up. There was nobody really there. And they were like, okay, well, we're gonna kind of go find other things to do. We're gonna like maybe stop back. I was like, I can't. I was like, I gotta go back to camp. Like I can't do shit. I can't do nothing else for nobody. I can't do shit else. I can't do nothing for nobody. I was like, I need to take care of myself. And that's what happens when you go through a spiritual awakening sometimes, when you go through a spiritual transition, where it's like you're so discombobulated from what you're used to that you're like, I can only take care of myself just for a second. Just give me a second. I could probably help anybody else that like my community, whoever I came with, whoever's on this journey with me, better. Right now, I just like I only got myself. Like I just gotta take care of myself, right? Um, and I remember like I went to, I ended up going into my like tent, kind of chilled, put on some music, and we had this like camp next to us that played this same song. I swear, this same this same techno beat or whatever, like the same beat for like 3 days straight, morning and night. Oh, I was like, I put my headphones in. I had to do some other like self work for myself because I had started my moon in the middle of the desert. Girl, Jesus. So it was just like, take care of you first. Go inward. Do the things that you know that you need to do for yourself to be good for yourself. You need a massage, go get a massage. You need a back rub, go get a back rub. You need to cuddle, go cuddle. You need to go for a walk, go for a walk. You need to eat ice cream, eat ice cream. You want to have a fruit bowl, have a fruit bowl. Do what you need to do for your spirit. Because this is a transitional space. But do what you need to do for your spirit. The moon card is also card 18, breaking down to a 9 again. Okay, we also had a couple of 8s on the board. There you go. And then the chakra cards for this. Didn't even see them, they were flipped over. I couldn't make this up if I tried. I love it. Spirit shows me. Enlightenment. This is what you are going through. You're going through a spiritual enlightenment. Take care of yourself and what you need to do in that space because you're gaining wisdom. This is you gaining wisdom. Enlightenment is about gaining wisdom. I couldn't pull these. It's like, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's just so special. It's just so exciting when things like that happen. A piece of me wants to read a little bit for those 2 cards, which for wisdom. I think we're going to do the at a glance cards. Yeah. No. Yes. Okay, wait. Let me get to enlightenment. I know first. Enlightenment, which is called the topaz card. Okay. The opportunity to make an enlightened decision is inherent in topaz. A journey of true destiny is a vibrational energy here. Regal gold and earthy brown mix to create something spectacular. Your experience will guide others. Come on. Anything else with that? Let's see. How can I use my thoughts to heal myself? Personal inquiry is, my thoughts always drive my choices. My thoughts always drive my choices. How can I use my thoughts that drive my choices to heal myself? This is the path. Yeah. Inspiration. At this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Your journey is more important than your destination. That is the epitome The epitome of the Chariot card. Remember, if you face your fear, you will grow stronger. Relief waits. Awaits. Relief awaits. Sorry. Okay. Next, the wisdom. Okay. This is the earth green, which brings wisdom, patience, and acceptance. Sage is perfect when you need to prove nothing, when you choose simply to be wise. There is an ability here to bring serenity to any situation, and indeed, it may be needed. Sage is perfect when you need to prove nothing, when you choose simply to be wise. There is an ability to bring serenity to any situation, and indeed, it may be needed. The personal inquiry. Let's do the inspiration first. The inspiration. Is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? Are you trying to do things alone? A solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. That was a message that I had pulled from the Mermaid and Dolphins deck. A solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. Somebody, and it was talking about somebody has expertise in the area of your inquiry, pretty much. Like, call forth that person in your life that has more experience on this topic, insert topic here, that you need to know more about, that has more experience. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. Stay present. Don't let your thoughts jump ahead. Yeah, sometimes when you're going through a spiritual awakening, it's easy to want to keep seeking that after you're already like coming off of that wave, or trying to be in whatever space in that. How can I say that? Yeah, when you're trying to live in that place of what you saw without connecting back to your current reality. And it's okay to still like hold that vision and hold, you know, what you were enlightened about. Like, it's okay to hold that and still make sure that you're grounded in this world to do what you need to do in order to enjoy that world. I think that makes sense, right? Okay, and the personal inquiry is, do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? At the beginning of this, we were talking about the victory card, which is AKA the PTSD card. And this whole personal graduation thing and the expectations that people have over your life when you are the person that is graduating in the community, right? Maybe one of many, but being one in general. There's a lot of expectations that people have around you, and sometimes it comes from also too not feeling like you're ready to live in that leadership, right? As soon as I finished as soon as I finished my vision quest. And, I spent the following year, I was lucky enough to be able to TA the last one before this COVID situation. So blessings, blessings to the Most High, for facts. Okay. So got to TA that following year. And then as soon as that was over, like the year after that, COVID is coming. And then it really felt like, wait, what? You're calling me into mission now? Like, y'all not even giving us like 4 or 5 years to like practice doing no other stuff? Like, or not other stuff, but like, y'all not gonna let us like build enough of ourself yet? They were saying, like, no, you must create now. Solar plexus, you must create now. Zyla, please. Do not come that way. Come around. Go the other way. If you want to come over here, you can go the other way. Don't come this way, please. Please. Zyla Phoenix. You're about to like knock down my light and everything. I don't have time for that. Come over here. Come this way. Come. Come here. Right? Boundaries. Yeah. So really, really stepping into gaining the confidence that you need to have to step into the leadership role that you are destined to be in. Oh, yes, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, being called into it. Yeah, that was my first reaction. I remember like as soon as some of this stuff was hitting and my sciatica was like acting like, yo, acting up, I called my teacher and I spoke with her and I was just like asking that same question. Like, I don't get like a second though. Like, how y'all calling me into mission right now? Like, you're not gonna give me a second? Like, I just finished. Like, I just finished. And I'm only just getting like an idea of what life is like outside of being in school, outside of being a graduate. Like, what happens after that? Like, now that I am already a graduate, like, y'all not gonna give me the time. And so, anyways, you may be feeling that sort of energy. You may be feeling like it's too soon or that you're not sure if you are capable, but obviously you are. You wouldn't get the job otherwise, you know? You wouldn't get the job otherwise. And it's not about being perfect, it's about doing your best. It's not about being perfect, it's about doing your best. It's not about being perfect, it's about doing your best. Okay? And improving as you go. Okay. Last but not least, let's get these overall cards in. Jesus. Wow. You have the Four of Pentacles. It is a very secure card. It's holding on to your abundance, holding on to what you know. This may feel really stifling for you, although I don't usually call that for this card. I'm sensing that sometimes being present may feel like you're being stifled, like you're forced to live in a world that doesn't resonate anymore. And Um, but also understand that in that space that there's certain things that ground you and there's certain things that are still going to resonate with you, although they may feel foreign to you at the moment. So I know that when I went through one of my big awakenings, transitions, moments, I was very disconnected from skating. And I've been skating at that point for like 14, not 14, sorry, 17 years. And and I felt really disconnected from the thing that grounds me, you know. And for a little bit, I avoided skating, which in a way I needed to have a little bit of a break from. But at the same time, it also, knowing that that's something that's been able to ground me or provide me a sense of balance over 17 years of my life, like I also needed to do that in order to um, at least a little bit of it with no pressure, right? With no pressure attached to do it, to just find the sense of me that I need to find again. So I'm feeling a little bit of stifled energy with it, but I also feel like this is the same energy that you may need to have in order to be able to navigate this world, right? When we come back from the playa, they call it like decompression. Like it's a whole thing. It's like doing the reverse. It's like doing the reverse. Now that you've seen the world, right? At the playa, traveling internationally, whatever, enlightenment. Now that you've seen the world, the universe, God in a different way, how do you bring that back to earth? How do you bring that back to earth? How do you bring that back into your understanding? Right? How do you choose to move differently? And a lot of decompression is like, now that I know better, I got to do better. You know, I can't ignore the fact that I don't know, like that I know now. I can't ignore the fact that I know now what I didn't know before. Mm, speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. Now, we have the Hierophant energy, which is very much Taurus energy, which is also an earth sign energy. It has some grounding to go with it, very secure, very connected to the spirit world. This is like a priest or a minister or somebody that you go to for guidance, for counseling, for leadership. Um, so that may be something that you need to seek. Listening to, whether it's sermons or whether it's songs or whether it's watching praise dancing or whatever it is, definitely connecting to somebody who's going to bring you a message, who's going to bring you the word, you know, somebody that you can trust to bring you the word in the right way, so that you can still, it's this grounding situation. It's this like, I was going to say, it's coming up in a second. You have this sacrificial energy going in, sacrificing. Oh, okay, so they may bring you messages of things that you're going to need to let go of in order to step into this new future and this new world that you want to bring into your newfound reality. You want to integrate your two realities now, right? The world that you're sharing with other people that has a shared universe, and then also the one that God has enlightened you to. This is guidance, getting guidance, sitting at the foot of the teacher. But like I said, a sacrificial energy. I'm not saying blood sacrifice, right? Um, which can mean whatever to whoever. But I'm meaning, what's the things that you're going to have to give up let go of, walk away from, terminate in order to live in your new truth, right? This was the old paradigm. This was the old world. This was how the world used to be. This was the world pre-COVID, okay? And now that we know that COVID can happen, now we can't be walking around acting like this shit, like this stuff is not possible again. It's not about putting out the fires, it's about getting away from the fires in the first place. And to me, in this card, I feel like the fires are just the lies. It's like getting away from the lies in order to pursue the truth. Not even pursue, in order to live in the truth. Getting away from the lies in order to live in the truth. And then we also have the death card. This is a transformation card. Again, it's about going inward. Again, it's about letting the natural cycle of this evolution happen, take place. This is about shedding, right? Shedding your old skin. This is about that like cocooning phase, becoming the butterfly, allowing yourself to be in that chrysalis phase. You may feel like you're like, I have this like clawing at the earth energy, or like, it makes me think of like this card, but like you're trying to still like go somewhere. You're still trying to reach somewhere. That's what I'm getting from this like earth energy, but you're just like clawing at it. And maybe you're climbing out from that old, right? Sometimes what happens, especially spontaneous awakenings, and if you really think about it, like the chakra system, and it's starting at your root, right? It's long conversations, different day, different day. It's starting at your root and going to your crown, and something that happens like an instantaneous. It's like you go up there, and it's like like something that was probably took 2 seconds, not even like a second and a half, and a whole world just was exposed to you. Your whole universe was just exposed to you in those 2 seconds. In those 2 seconds. And then right back, but you know it to be true. Like it resonates so deep within yourself as truth, as real, as tangible, even. That once those 2 seconds pass, and this is second 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, and you're like, wait, I'm still in this world, in this regular world. Like, what happened to that I saw? And that can be very unsettling. It can be very disjointed feeling. So I really feel like you may have done that cycle, and now it's about you like climbing up now that you know that the surface exists, right? Once you see, you can't unsee. That was also a lesson from Burning Man, okay? Be careful what you wish for. If you ask to see, be prepared to see things, okay? I really should have made this. Did I make it the thing? No, I really should have made it the thumbnail, and I maybe will anyways after this. But the soulmate card came out as your overall, right? And when I was doing the pre-shuffle, this card came out and I took a picture with it. And I didn't take a picture with any other card. Anyways, but what this soulmate card is telling me after reading this whole reading, or seeing this whole reading, it could have to do with a partner. It could have to do with someone else exposing or providing this level of enlightenment. Sometimes it's like having a conversation with somebody who has been around the world. So I'm seeing that this will come from a person. I also am feeling like it's just your inner self and it's the God that's in yourself. I also feel like it could be coming from your ancestors even. I mean, you did get the Eight of Wands card, so it could be coming from all three. Different things, different messages, different tasks, different journeys, different opportunities, different, you know, directions, which is also another reason why you do need to go inward and then pay attention and listen to your instincts, right? Let me see. Let's see if this says anything else. What truth are you embracing? This card is about no longer living a lie. So this is called the soulmate, Rose Without Thorns. It's time to face my true feelings. Okay. This is about, let me just read this one. I'm gonna read this one, and it's most of its entirety. So the legend for the soulmate card. It is time for him to leave her again. To use the script he always does at this point. He even knows her next line. She will say, "How can you do this to me?" But unexpectedly, she says, "I love you." The words of the script die on his tongue. He struggles to get them out. Just a few words and he will be free, but they won't come. Suddenly he clasps onto her. He loves her. This is the true freedom he sought. So if you didn't understand that real quick, it's about a guy who is used to running away from his true feelings, or is just used to being the person in a relationship that ends it. So he's now at his next, not opportunity, but at his next opportunity to use his exit tactic. And he just already knows how it's going to play out. And so before he gets the opportunity, she says, "I love you," right? And that gives him the opportunity, because she was being honest and vulnerable with her emotions, but determined, willing to be forthright. Come on, God. That he couldn't do anything but meet her with that same respect. You know, he didn't say, her saying that to him, her showing up in that way, allowed him to let go of this old paradigm and this old world that he used to live in. It allowed him to really honor the feelings that he really had, which is the fact that he actually cared for her because he loves her too. And that's really what he wanted. He wanted the opportunity to be able to express his love the way and feel safe with expressing his love, which many guys do. Hello. We always think these guys don't have like hearts and like they don't care, and like some of them maybe not, but like some of them really do. Some of them move the way that they do because their heart has hurt, you know. And not to say that you need to just stick around for anything, because I don't believe in that. But you know, love yourself first so that you can be capable of showing up in the healthiest way in loving somebody else. And then in kind, God will return it in tenfold. Okay. So the inspiration for this card. To enjoy the beauty of a rose, we must risk being pricked by our inner thorns. Vulnerability of our emotions. This offers a new way to live. I'm gonna have to get off this. We'll have to get off this. The best incentive to change is love. Come on, guys. And especially for yourself. Come on. So the personal inquiry. What truth am I embracing? What truth are you embracing? This card indicates no longer living a lie. No longer putting on this facade. No longer pretending like you don't love. No longer pretending like you don't care. No longer pretending like you're incapable of being successful. No longer living in a space where you're not abundant. No longer living in a space where you're not filled with wealth and health. I hope y'all feel me because I feel me. Oh gosh. Okay. The key ideas. Speaking your truth. What did I say from the very beginning? I'm done. We're done. We're done. Okay. Speaking your truth. Choosing love. Freedom through transformation. Resistance to commitment. An unexpected outcome. And new truths. The key words are authenticity. Come on. Treasure and trust. All right. Last but not least, because I'm really about to get off of this live. Healing heart. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Spirit. If that message was for me, I appreciate it. You can't see it all the way, but it says it. Okay. Anything else? I did say I wanted to read from that book. Here it is. Last little reading thing, and then I'm about to get off. Healing heart. Here we go. Deep within your heart, you're aware of your healing abilities. Perhaps you receive feedback from others about the way your words have touched and helped heal them. By drawing this card, you're urged to take your healing work to the next level. You're also asked to purify your diet and thoughts so that higher frequencies of healing energies can flow through you. I don't need cards, bruh. I don't need cards. I just do it so that y'all can see. Honestly. And plus, they're colorful and fun. Who doesn't like artwork? By opening to the next level, you'll notice a shift in the people or situations that come to you for help. You may find the number of healing opportunities increasing, or your clients may display a greater understanding of spirituality. Come on, Spirit. Heaven wishes to support your healing work completely. If you like to further your education, work in a healing center, increase your income, just ask, and then be open. Be open to receiving. I wrote that down. Be open to receiving. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. This healing heart card resonates with me so deep, you know. Um, I'm really excited about this and doing this on this platform. And if you really have made it this far, oh my word, thank you. Thank you. I know this wasn't short, but I hope it spoke volumes. Please make sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, share this with people. Anybody who needs to hear it, even if it's just a clip, tag me. Embodied spirituality, right? Embodied spirituality on Instagram and on Facebook. I need to clear that up, but definitely Instagram. And then go ahead and follow and subscribe or look for some updates on my website, embodiedspirituality.net. Okay? Embodied spirituality. And then here's Zyla. She's coming to say bye. You gonna say bye to everybody? Because you know I don't want you on my card. Say bye to the camera. She said, oh, say good night. She said, Mommy said it's time to go to sleep. I know it's super late. I actually have to get up and teach in a couple hours. So thank you guys for staying tuned. Thank you guys for this opportunity. Thank you, Spirit. First of all, thank you, God. Okay. Thank you. Thank you to my ancestors, guides, and angels for the good and good of all involved, higher self and source. Thank you to all your ancestors, guides, and angels who have showed up for the good and good of all involved, higher self and source who brought you here. Thank you. I pray that you guys have a great week. I'm going to catch you guys, I think, next Tuesday. So for Cancer season, we're going to do some stair step days. So today is Monday. Well, now it's Tuesday, but we're going to do Tuesday next week. We'll do Wednesday the following week. We'll do Thursday the following week. And then we'll be into Leo season, which will be on a Friday. So I will see you guys as we go. And I don't know. Love you. You guys are the best. And thank you, Spirit, for encouraging me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All day, all night. All day, all night. Keep it going and make every hour count, right? Make every day count. Make every hour count. Love you. Bye.